Hi guys, now we are going to see the topic about the union in C programming language. See, what is union? The union, it is the user defined data type in C programming language. It is a collection of member variables of different data types in same memory location. See, the union, it can have any number of members. Each and every members, it will occupy the same memory location. See, now let us see the syntax about the union. Here, very first, we can create the union by giving the keyword union first. After that, here tag name of this union. Next, open brace. Here we can declare the members. See, first data type. After that, member name, member 1. See, we can create the member up to n members. See, next here we can declare the union variable. While creating the union itself, we can declare, or we can declare the variable outside also. For example, now I am giving the variable, union variable here itself. Here we can give the variables. After that, we can give the semicolon. So, when we are creating the union, at last we should end with the semicolon. See, here I had created the union variable here itself. Suppose if I want to declare the union variable out of this union, then I can give like this. Here I am closing this union by semicolon. Now I am creating the union variable outside. So here, as like structure only, how we can create the union variable? First the keyword you should use union. After that the tag name of the union here. After that we can give the variables. So in this way also we can create the union variable. So this is the syntax of creating the union variables. See, now let us see the simple examples. See, this is also same like structure only. For the structure, each and every members inside that structure, it has its own memory space. Suppose if I am declaring 5 members in the structure, means for each and every members the memory were allocated for the 5 members. Member 1, it will have separate memory space. Same way, member 2, member 3 up to member 5, each and every members will have different memory space. But here in union it is not like that. See, main difference is this only. Here when we are creating, for example, let us assume here in the union, if I am creating the 5 members, means all the 5 member will utilize the same memory space. See, for example, here if I am using here 5 members, first the system it will check which is the largest memory space, which member has the largest memory space, then it will take up to that memory size, it will allocate the memory, and each and every members will use that memory space. For example, if I am creating the 3 members in union, first integer A, next float B, next character C. Among these 3 members, which member will have the highest memory space? See, for character by default it is the 1 byte, for float 4 byte, for integer also 4 byte. Here among these 3 members, the 4 byte, that is integer or float we can say, these members have, it is the largest, it has the largest memory space when we are comparing to the character. So the system will allocate the 4 byte memory, and that 4 byte memory were used for all the members. That A can use the same memory 4 byte, B also will use the same memory 4 byte, and C, the character data type, that also will use the same memory space. So here in union the memory space is common, that is the same space were used for all the members. See, now let us see how the memory were allocated in the union. See here, now let us see simple example. Here I am creating the union. See how we can create the union. First the keyword we should use union. After that the tag name, union name. Here I am giving it as test. Next, inside I am creating the union members. See, let us assume 2 members, that is integer and character data type. Here integer data type, this variable name is A. For character data type I had given the variable name as B. Now I am closing the union. I am declaring the union variable here itself. Let us assume this one as U. Union variable name is U. Here while allocating the memory, here what is the data type? First variable integer, second variable character. Among these 2 variables, which data type has the highest memory space? Here this one, this integer data type, because this, when we are comparing to the character data type, this is the largest, this data type have the largest memory, because integer data type by default, you know what is the size? 4 byte. For the character only 1 byte. So when we are comparing to this, 4 byte is the biggest one. So here the memory were allocated like this. This is the U, my union variable name. For this, here memory were allocated. Here how many byte? 4 byte. So here this is the common one. The variable name integer data type A. Next the variable name B. This is the character data type. See, for A and for B, this memory space is common. This same memory space were used for all the members, for A and B also. So here the memory utilization is like this. See, already we had studied about the structure. Suppose if you are creating the structure, see this one, you know, here my structure name is test1. See, this one already we had studied. Inside the 2 members, character and integer data type. Next here my structure variable name is S. Suppose here in structure how it will allocate the memory? My structure variable name is here see here the structure variable name S dot A, that is A. Here it contains how many byte? 4 byte. For this B, among these 4 bytes, single byte were used for the B. This is the single, because the character data type, it by default it has only 1 byte. So here remaining these 3 were empty, that is structure padding. This and all you know, already we had studied. See here, this is the main thing. For each and every member, structure member, it has its own memory space. The memory space were allocated individually in the structure, but here in union it is not like that. Among the list of members, it will check which member has the highest memory space, it will allocate that memory space. After that, every members, for each and every members, that same space were used. See, this is the main difference. See, now let us see how to initialize the value for the union. If I want to initialize the union, we can initialize like this. Here itself, when we are declaring the variable, here we can initialize the value. Here one thing you should remember, we should initialize only the single values, because for the union only one values we can give. See, among these two members, we can give the value for any one of the member only. Not only two, suppose we are creating some 5 or 10 union members, for that also, among the 10 members, we can store any one of the value only for the members. Because here union, this is the common memory space. See, these things and all, this union is mainly used for giving the optional value. Suppose in the among the list, if we need to store any one of the value among the list, in that situation we can use the union. It is the optional value. It hold only one value at a time. So this is the main difference. See, suppose here I am giving the value as 10. So that here after that I am closing the union. See how we can initialize the value, just like structure only. See, like array, we should initialize the value within the brace. See, already we had studied about the how to initialize the values for the structure. In same kind, here we can initialize like this. See, here we should initialize only one value, because this value which is the first member, that to that first member this value will be assigned. So this 10 will be assigned to where? To assign to A, because here within the brace, here the value which we had given very first, that one will be stored or assigned to the first member. See, already we had studied in the structure also. See, suppose in here structure and all, how we will initialize the value? We will initialize the value for all the members by using the comma as a separator. Suppose here if I want to initialize the value here, see, we can initialize like this. S is equal to, here we can initialize, suppose if I am giving the value 10, next comma, this comma is used for what purpose? It is used for separator. After this comma, suppose if I am giving the letter Y, then this Y will be stored to where? Stored to character B. Say this very first value within this brace, very first value will be assigned to the first member, after that second member. So this is the difference. Here we are giving only the one members we can give the value, but in the structure we can give all the members at a time. We can initialize the value. Here we should give only one value. This is the main difference. See, here I had initialized the value outside of the structure. Here I had initialized the union within this union itself. Here also we can declare the union variable outside and we can initialize the value. See, suppose if I want to initialize this value outside as like structure, we can initialize the value outside also. See here, suppose if I want to initialize in out of this union, I can initialize like this. Here like this. First this is the keyword, after that this union name is test. Here u, for the u I am, suppose if I am giving the value 10, then according to this member, first member, this value will be assigned to the first member. But here it is not like that. Here, as it has the different value in the structure I am telling, as it has the different memory space, so here the first member, this will be stored to where? A, and the second, this Y will be stored to B. So this memory content will hold the value 10, this memory content will have the value Y. This is the main difference. See, suppose if I am giving the two value in the union, then what it will happen? See, for example, let us see here. Here each and every one, see, this is the important, before we, here I am declaring the variable outside. So while declaring the outside variable, for your understanding, for the explanation I am giving like this, here you should mention this one, that is structure, for each and every time. Suppose we are writing a program and initializing the value outside of this structure or union, here you should compulsorily give this keyword. If it is structure, you should give this keyword struct. After that, here the tag name, structure name, this test1. For this test1, I am creating the s. After that, we can initialize the value for this structure variable s. See, in same way for union also. Suppose if you want to initialize the value in program, I am telling outside of the union, here you should compulsorily use this one, that is union keyword. After that, the union name, next the union variable name. After that, you can initialize the value. This is important. See, for example, suppose here I am giving like this in union. Suppose if I am giving the value as 10 and 2, then what it will happen? Here, for your understanding, say I am telling, here the garbage value will come. See, so suppose if you are declaring this one also integer, let us assume this one also integer. Suppose if you are here, if you are giving it as b, if you are giving the value 10 and 2, so it will initialize the value 10 first. After that, second it will initialize the value 2. So here, suppose if I am telling to print the value of value inside a, here u dot a, next printf value inside b is equal to percentage of d u dot here b. See, what will be the output? Output will be value inside for the both variable, it will shows the 2, because finally what the value we had given, that value will be in the memory. So that here, as this memory, same memory were used for this both the members, union members, here finally I had give the value, I had initialized the value 2. So in the memory, what the content, that will be displayed. So inside the value a, it will shows 2, inside the b also it will show the value 2, as it is replacing the same memory space for each and every variable. What is the final value, that will be displayed. So we should initialize the value for any one of the members. So this is important. When we are initializing the value, we should give only one value. That value will be assigned to where? To the first member. See, now let us see how to access the members. See here, suppose if you want to find the size of this union and size of this structure. For example, you take the same type. Here first one integer, second one here you are giving it as character. For the structure also same thing, first one integer and second one character. Suppose if you are finding the size, here size of this union, here what will be the answer? The answer will be which is the among these two member, which is the biggest one, that will be allocated for each and every members. Here integer is the biggest one, here 4 byte, so the answer will be 4. In same way, suppose here if you are testing in this structure, I have told you for each and every members separate memory were allocated. So here 2 members, first for a 4 byte, for b also among the 4 byte it will use 1 byte is used by the 4. Remaining, this is the empty byte, that is the structure padding. Already I have, we had studied. So here if you want to find the size of this structure, yes, then what will be the answer? The answer here it will be 8. Next let us see about how to access the members. Here accessing the member, here same like structure only. Before we suppose if we want to give some values or if we want to retrieve some values, we can access the member by using the dot operator. First one, the union variable name. After that you should give the dot operator. Next we can give the members. So here we can give the values like this. See here first, for example, suppose if I want to give the value for a, we can give like this. Here what is the variable name? Union variable name is u. So u dot, next here a is equal to 100. Suppose if you are giving like this, then 100 will be stored to the first member. Next, suppose if you want to give the value, at a time we can give only one value only. Suppose if we need to give the value for b, we can give like this, u dot, here b is equal to, here suppose if I am giving the value as y, then this y will be stored to b. We can access like this. See here, at a time we should give the single value only. We should not give the more than one value at a time. See, for example, here for the structure and all we can give like this. See, at a time we can give more than one members, give the values for more than one members. See here, suppose if I want to give the input for the a and b, at a time I can give like this, scanf, here percentage, first integer data type, next character data type, I can give the value like this, ampersand of a, comma, ampersand of b, so that here the input can be get for the both the members, that is a and b. Here we can't give like this, because if we give like this by using the scanf, see, if you are giving the input at a time, two inputs means here at finally what the input we had given, that will be in the memory. So because this both variable utilize the same memory, here this one is wrong, we should not give like this. Here we can give like this. Suppose if we at a time we should give only the single value only. Here instead of this we can give like this. Very first percentage of d, here we can give the value for which one, before that this one. How we can access the member? We can access the member by using the u dot, after that a, this is the integer data type. Here we can give like this. For this also, for the structure member also, before the member we should use this. How we can access the structure variable, structure member, by using this structure variable s dot a, comma, ampersand of s dot b, for each, whether it is the union or structure. Before that we should give that variable name, union variable name here for union. After that we should give the union members, so that here we can get the input, the at a time we can get the single input only. So we can give like this. Here in structure at a time we can give the input for the more than one variable also. Here this is the optional value only. Among the list we can get only one input. This is the list of members. Among these members we can give the only one values only. So here we can give like this. After that we can print the here, if you are telling to print the value of a, then a value will be printed. Suppose if you want to get the value for b, we can give again scanf, here percentage of c, here ampersand of u dot b. Next we can tell to print the so for each and every time we can give only one values. So first here, suppose if you are giving 1000, the a value will be 1000 will be stored in the memory. After this 1000 will be print. Next again I am getting input the value. Suppose if you are giving y, here this will be y. After that this y will be printed. Here suppose if you are giving 1000 and y, here as it is separate memory, here for suppose we are giving 1000 and y, each and every member it will store that corresponding value separately. See, now let us see the simple example. See, the program, this is used to find the size of this union and the structure. So here first header file, after that I had created the structure. Here inside the structure two members, first member it is integer data type, second member is character data type. In same way here for union also, here I had created the union. For creating the union, first we should give the keyword union, after that here tag name. Here tag name is test union. Here inside this union I had given the two union members. First member A, integer data type, second member is B, that is character data type. So these members also same as like I given in the structure. See, now this is the void main. Here this is the main function. In the main function I am creating the variables for this structure and the union. See, for creating the variable, for this very first you should use the keyword for structure struct, next structure name, that is the tag name. Here test structure, for this I had created the variable yes. In similar way for the union, here also first you should mention the keyword union, after that the tag name of the union. This is the test union. For this test union I had created the union variable u. Here next step, here I am finding the memory size of this union, that is u. Next the memory size of the structure variable yes. So here say, now let us see the output. See, in the output here very first it will print like this. Here I am telling to print the size, memory size of union. The message will be printed like this, and after that for the union, among the members, member list, the biggest memory space were allocated. Here character and integer, integer is the biggest one because it has by default 4 byte, character single byte only. So this 4 byte were allocated for union variable. So u is equal to, here it will allocate 4 byte. These 4 byte were used for A and B. For the both the union member, the same space were used. So here what will be the result? The result will be printed as 4. Next, here I am telling to print the memory size of the structure. Here in the next line /n, next line here structure is equal to, here what will be the answer? Here the answer will be 8 because for the structure it will allocate the memory separately for A and for B. This is 4 byte. Here for B it will occupies only single byte, remaining here 3 bytes were empty byte, that is structure padding. So here it will shows the answer as 8. So in this way we can find the memory size of the union and the structure. See, next let us see how to initialize the union variable. Here see, this program it is used to illustrate how to initialize the union members. See, now I am creating the union. Here when we are creating the union, at that time we can create the union variable also. See, for example, suppose if I am creating the variable name as t, then I am initializing the value 100. Next semicolon. Here at the end of the union we should give the semicolon. Next here void main function. very first you should use the union variable name. What is the union variable name? Union variable name is here T. Next after that dot the member name. Inside this union there were two members. I am telling to print the value of A. So here what will be the output? Here in output it will print like this, value of A is equal to how much we have initialized? 100. So the result will be like this. See, this one we are initializing the value at declaration part. When we are creating the union, at the time itself we have initialized the value. Suppose if you want to initialize outside, then give semicolon. You can give the semicolon here. That is, I had completed this union. Next, in the outside here we can create the union variable for this union test. So how we can create the union variable? First you should give the keyword union. After that tag name is test. For this I am declaring the variable union variable as T. Here I am initializing the value. We can initialize within the brace. Here for union only one value you should give. Suppose if I am giving 100, then within this brace only one value you should give for the union. Next here I am telling to print next we can access the member like this. First union variable name, after that member name. We can initialize like this also. The 100 will be stored or it will be initialized to the first member. So the 100 will be initialized to the member A, union member A. Here I am telling to print the value inside this A is here this value 100 will be printed. So in this way we can initialize the value for the union members. Now let us see how to access the union members. See, here there were two members. I should create the union variable. So how we can create the union variable? First keyword union, after that tag name, next union variable name. Suppose if I am giving here U, then this union variable name is U. We can give the data, we can access the union members by using this union variable U dot. Next here this dot operator you should use. Next here inside the member A is equal to 10. Suppose if you are giving like this, then 10 will be stored to where? U dot A. Say at a time only single value only we should give. We can access like this. Suppose here I am telling to print the value of A is equal to percentage D here we can access the member like this. So while assigning the value, I am assigning the value 10 to U dot A and I am printing this U dot A. So here the output, here the answer will be A is equal to how much? 10. This is by using this assignment operator I am assigning the value for U dot A. So we can give the value by using the scanf also. Suppose if you want to give the value by using the function, scanf function, we can give like this. Here printf, enter the value of A. Here by using the scanf function, here data type is integer data type. Next here ampersand U dot A. For giving the input we can access the member by using this union variable U dot A. Next same here printf, at a time we can give the single value, so that here when we are running this program, it will ask enter the value. Suppose if you are giving here 2000, then this will be stored to u dot a. Among the two members, this will be stored to common space. See, for A and for B, for the union, this is the common space. This union name is U. For this U, here it creates 4 byte. In this 4 byte, this 2000 will be stored here. So the A will hold the value here 2000. Next, here we can access the union members like this. Here giving the input u dot a, for printing also we should as like structure only. For each and every time we should mention the dot operator next to the member, union members. See here, illustrate how to give the value to the members. Giving values to the union members. Say here at a time we should give only the one value only. See here, for example, enter the value of A. Here we are going to see how to give the value for the union members. See at a time, this is important, only the single value only we should give. See for example here I am telling to print the, here enter the value for A here in the output. Suppose if you are giving 10, then in the memory this is the union name U. For this U, here it occupies totally 4 byte. Largest memory space is integer data type 4 byte. So the 4 byte memory will be allocated. Next here for the variable, here we are using the two variable. First one A, integer data type A, that is U dot A. Next B, U dot B. See here both the variable occupies the same space. So suppose if you are giving the value 10, it will stored here. Next here I am telling to print the value inside A is equal to, what is the value here? The result will be printed like this, value inside A is equal to, the answer will be 10. Next in this step, here I am telling enter the value for B. So the message will be displayed in the display screen. Enter value for B. Suppose here if you are giving the value as Y, because this is character data type, single letter only. I have not used any array, single letter. So here I had given the value Y, so that this Y will be stored as it occupies the same memory space. The value of B will be now, what is the value here? Y. Finally here Y will be stored here. Next here I am telling to print the value inside the B is equal to, the value will be printed. So for each and every time we should give the value to the union members at a time, single value only we should give, so that when we are giving the value for A, this memory A will be stored. Next I am telling to print the value inside this A. After that again I am giving the, by help of the scanf function I am giving the input to the B, so that as it is using the same memory space, Y will be stored. So finally the value inside this memory is Y. So inside that memory the value will be printed as Y. So in this way we can give the values to the union. For the structure and all, at a time we can give the value for these two members like this. Say if you are giving like this, instead of using this, suppose if you are giving like this, by using the scanf function, if I am giving the value for the members, first integer data type, next character data type, suppose if you are giving like this, next ampersand of u dot b, we should not give the value like this, because very first what the value, suppose if you are giving 10 and y, same input let us assume, in the keyboard if you are giving first 10 and y, so the 10 will be very first it will store, next y will be stored at next time. So here at finally what the value we had given, that will be in the memory. So next if I am telling to print the value of A, here the value which you had given 10 you will not print, because next to 10 I had given the Y, as it is the same memory. Here finally what the value you had given, that will be there, so the A will not print the value 10. So at a time we should not give the more than one value for the union. So at a time we should give only the one value for the union. So in this way we should give the values for the union members. See, for testing, now let us see another one example. As this same memory space were occupied for the both the member, if you are giving the input for the first member and you are telling to print the second member, then how it will print? Depending upon the data types it will print. See here, this is the integer data type, this is the character data type. See, now let us see simple example about that here. See, now let us see the output. This is the simple one. I had created the union. Here inside this union, two members. See, first member name A, second member name B. First member is what data type? Short integer. See, if it is integer, then default memory size for the integer is 4 byte. Here I had declared this member, union member, as short integer. So what is the memory size for the short int? For short int, 2 byte is the memory size. So this one memory space size is 2 byte. Next, for character, here I am using the array B of 2. The member name is B of 2. That means totally by default the character data type is 1 byte. But here I had used array and I had specified the memory 2 byte. Here the subscript value is 2. So the B member also will occupy the 2 byte. So here for first member 2 byte, second member also 2 byte. See, among this structure member, which is the biggest memory size that it will take. Here both were same, no problem. For here the 2 bytes were allocated for this A and B. See, here totally as both the member has 2 byte, it allocates the 2 bytes. So this is used for both A and B. This is the same memory space, common memory space for the both members. So for B I am telling here B of 2. So B of 0. This is the first byte. Next, the subscript value is B of 1. So in array, here these 2 bytes were allocated for the character B, because character data type by default how many byte? 1 byte only. Here I am mentioning the 2 byte. So here it occupies the memory space. Subscript value into the default memory size. Subscript value is 2. 2 into default memory size of the character is 1. 2 into 1, 2. So this location is occupied for B of 0. This second block of memory is occupied for B of 1. See, now let us come to this one, short integer A. For short integer A, what is the default data type memory size? That is 2 byte. So here for A, it occupies the entire memory from here to here. The A, it holds the entire memory space. Here I can initialize the value 512. So the 512 will be stored to where? The first member of the union. What is the first member here? Integer A. So the A will hold the value how much? T dot A will hold the value 512. See, when it is storing in the memory, now let us come to this A. A totally how many byte? 2 byte. That means it starts from here, from right side to left side. Here this is the 0th position. See, for A I am telling this is 2 byte. So here it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 15. See, per byte it contains how many bits? 8 bit. So A, for this A totally, let us assume this one, T dot A is equal to 512. For the A totally it has by default 2 byte. So 2 into 8, each byte it has 8 bits, totally 16 bit. As it starts from 0 to 15, totally 16 bits were used for the A. See, while storing in the memory, this 512 will be stored in as a binary format. Say, suppose if you are giving the value 512, when storing in the memory, it will store the binary values like this. See here, what is the value of binary value of 512? So the binary value is here 1 and 9 zeros. Totally 10 bits were occupied. Up to this, here 10 bits. If we convert this, totally 10 bits. That number starts from here. See, 10 bit means here how much? 1 9 zeros. So here 1 9 zeros. See, it will store in the memory like this. Short integer 2 byte. So here totally 16 bit. Among these 16 bit, if I am storing the value 512, then 512 will be stored here in the memory. Binary values for the 512 is like this. If you convert this binary to decimal, then out of the 512, the answer will be, it will come it as 512. See, suppose if I am storing the 512 and I am telling to print the value inside this A, that is T dot A is how much here. Now this is the important T dot A. So T dot A, this value now I am storing. At a time we can store only one values only. So it will be stored in this way. Here remaining the part up to 16 digits. Here we had used only the 10. Remaining part, this will be 0. See, now here I am telling to print the value inside the A is equal to T dot A. So in the output it will print like this. Value inside A is equal to how much? Here now I am telling to print the value of A. So while printing this one, here it will convert into the decimal value, and the decimal value only will print here. See, suppose if you are converting this decimal value here, we can convert like this. See, this is the value 1 0 0 0 9 zeros. So suppose if you want to convert this, this is 1 0, up to this 10 bit only it will take. This zeros and all not necessary. See here 1 0 0 0 up to 9 0. This I am going to convert it into the binary to decimal. Suppose if you are converting it to decimal, then the value will be first one 0 into 2 to the power 0, second one 0 into 2 to the power 1. The power 0, 1, these and all the weightage values. So for each and every bit, that digit corresponding weightage value we should give it as power. So 0 into 2 to the power 2, next 0 into 2 to the power 3, etc. up to here we no need to find, because anything multiply with 0 is 0. So we know every values here it is 0. Here only the value will be 1 into here 2 to the power 9. So here 1 into 2 to the power 9 is, here answer is 1 into 512. So the result is 512. So 512 will be printed here. Here what I had used, percentage D. Percentage D means it will give the output as decimal. Here I am telling to give the output for that binary to decimal. This decimal value is 512. What the value you had given, that value will be printed here. Next here I am telling to print the value inside the B of 0. See, this one is, as the character data type is 1 byte, here I had allocated the memory for 2 byte, that is B of 0 and B of 1. See, as it is the short integer is 2 byte, it starts the value from 0 to 15. Here for the character data type, default size is 1 byte only. So here the position value will be like this. For I am telling about the B. For this B value, for this B, it will considered as 88 bytes. Here this is for A. This is for U dot A. Next for B. For B, the weightage value will be here this one for B of 0, and from 8th this bit to this bit, this is for B of 1. Here for B of 0, value starts from this bit value is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Among these 2 byte, this is the first byte value 0 to 7, that is it is allocated for B of 0. Next from here to here, this is used for B of 1. After this, as the character data type is the single byte, here we are using the array. So next from here it will start the value from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Default size of the character is 1 byte. Here we are using the array. By using the array, I had specified 2. So this memory were splitted into 2. First part, this is B of 0, that is 0 to 7. This is the weightage value. Next, in the second part, B of 1, here also the value start from 0 to 7. See, this is for I am telling about the B. This is the character data type. For A, as it is integer, by default size is 2. From it starts from 0 to 15. These total 16 bits were used for A. But for B, among these 16 bit, first 8 bit allocated for B of 0th position, that is 0 to 7. Second byte, that is 8 bit 0 to 7 is allocated for B of 1. See, now here I am telling to print the value inside the B of 0. So what will be the result here? Value inside B is equal to B of 0 first. In the B of 0th location, here this one is important. I am telling to print the decimal value. Here the decimal value, that is from 0th location to 7th bit, every bits were 0. So when we are converting this into this binary to decimal, the value will be 0 only. So we can easily know the answer. So I had put the value as 0. So B of 0th value will occupy the value 0. Next here I am telling to print the value inside the B of 1. So the result will be printed like this here. Value inside here B of 1. Inside the B of 1, here also I am telling to print the decimal value. Here what will be the value here? From this position, that is for I am telling about the B of 1. Here for B of 1, what is this position value? Position value is 0, 1, 2 up to 7. So for this position, if you take this byte, here in this byte, among this 8 bit, here first bit value is 0, next 1, after that here remaining bit is 0. So this is the value for b of 1. See, now you convert this b of 1 to decimal, then what will the value here? 0 into 2 to the power 0, next 1 into 2 to the power 1, remaining 0 into 2 to the power 2, etc. up to 0 into 2 to the power 7. See, anything multiplied by 0 is 0, so we no need to find this one. Here up we can stop up to this 1. So here 0 into 2 to the power 0 is 1, 0 into 1 0, next 1 into 2 to the power 1 is 2. So remaining everything will be 0, and finally if we add this one, we can get the value here 0, here 1 into 2 2, remaining every bit value is 0, because we are multiplying remaining things here 0. So when we are adding it finally, here this is the value 2. So here the output will be how much? 2. Suppose if you are giving the value, single value for a union member, and if you are telling to print value of the next member, means here that garbage values will be printed, here 0 and 2. See, for understanding I am telling, at that time only single value only we should give for the union. These and all mainly used for the optional values. Suppose if there is a option, if among the 10 options, if we need to store any one of them, in that case we can use the union. So this one you should remember, the single value only you should give. This is the main thing in the union, as it occupies the same memory for each and every members. At a time you should give only the single values.